Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle and I am doing a reading for Pisces today. Pisces in all placements, and it's timeless and general, so take what resonates. And if it really doesn't, feel free to check out any of my other videos. They are all timeless and all placements as well. I just realized I've completely forgotten to change my calendar. I'll have to do that. After this. I'm not going to do it now. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to start with the Enchanted Map Oracle and get the baseline of the story and then clarify with some other decks. So yeah, let's begin. And I'll be reading from the book because I'm learning these cards. Thank you to all of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I really appreciate it. It's helping my channel to grow, which is awesome. All right, beginning now. We've got Spark, 34. Compass, 50. I haven't picked this one before. That's cool. Oh, let's see. We have Ride the Wave in reverse, number 14. Two fives. There's a chain. The five represents change, and there's something here where you are potentially you're feeling inspired. You're following some kind of desire, a heart's desire, a longing, something that is very fulfilling to you. She's playing the violin and there's those hearts coming off of it. A lot of emotion and depth there. Oh, is that a butterfly? Might be a dragonfly, actually. Hard to tell. Looks very butterfly-like, actually. Whenever I see a butterfly, that represents transformation, metamorphosis. And with compass, it's figuring out what direction you want to go, your true north. Where are you headed? You're headed towards something, doing something that is really deeply fulfilling. But I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read the cards anyway, just to see if there's anything that I'm not getting, and particularly this ride the wave in reverse makes me think there's some kind of sticking point. There's something that's slowing you down, or it's some kind of obstacle, something where you're having trouble navigating. It's like the compass. You're following the true north, right? Your true north, but then um as you go, you realize that you're, you know, I don't know, you come to some kind of impasse. I'm imagining like, bushwhacking or something. You're going through a forest, you're following the path, and then all of a sudden there's a giant tree or there's a bunch of thorny bushes, and you have to figure out how to get around that. But it's rather than going with the flow, there's something about like letting it get you down, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. So 34 Spark. You are a clear channel for divine creativity. There is a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Open yourself to inspiration and allow life to show you its beauty and your part in co creating it. This is the perfect time to give birth to an idea, start a new relationship or job, or begin any endeavor. Attraction is high as you connect with others who can co create joyous experiences and join with you in expressing the finer aspects of life. Watching a spark turn to a flame and stoking that fire is a gratifying activity. Yeah, something creative, like I was saying. Giving birth to a new idea. I love that. Relationship or job or beginning something new. And like I said, talking about your true north, you're heading in a direction that you're being guided to go in. I mean, this talks a lot about co-creation with others, but ultimately people are put on our path by the universe to, it's an extension of the universe when we serendipitously have encounters with people that help to boost us or elevate us or move us in some direction. Compass. As long as you orient your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. You're entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass with spirit as true north will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when all seems dark. Yeah. Yep, exactly what I said. That's so cool. I'd never read that before, so nice. Okay, so ride the wave in reverse. You may be mistaking a rogue wave for a fun ride. Oh, interesting. You can only coast for so long before you hit the shoreline with a smack. The tide is ebbing, and your activities are now preparing you for when that wonderful wave comes in for you to ride. You're meant to learn how to be a strong swimmer now. Don't worry, preparation ensures a successful result. However, you must wait patiently for the right moment to come. Now is the time for conscious preparation and skill building. Okay, so it's kind of the opposite of what I was thinking. It's actually like, there's not every wave is meant to be ridden. Um you're following your true north. You're being guided. There's some kind of new endeavor, something or new idea, something that you are being pulled, pushed even to do. But there's a need to have some patience, temperance. Um, take your time assessing the lay of the land or the lay of the sea, waiting to see, is the tide out? Is the tide in? How are things looking? Is now the right time? It could be that if you are trying to make something happen sooner than it's meant to, you may encounter resistance, a door that won't open, difficulties, delays. It can come in all forms, but ultimately there's it's like trying to move forward and you keep getting stopped. You keep getting stuck. And that is a indication that there's a need to focus on bring it back to you. Realize, okay, I'm trying and the door isn't swinging open. So that must be an indication that um I'm not meant to move in this direction. Maybe I'm not meant to move right now, but eventually I will. You just, yeah, you got to figure something out first. So let's go with, I'm going to go with the Tarot of Transcendence to begin. Create some more space. Okay, so what's on your mind? What is Pisces thinking about right now? Ten of Wands. Knight of Cups. Look, there's all this journeying. That's so interesting. We've got like Lord of the Rings style journeying going on here. Five of Pentacles. Okay. So this is where you've been. This is where you've been and why you are moving in a new direction, because it's been a long, possibly very difficult journey, kind of lost in the desert. This card is great because we can see that there's this palace off in the distance, and this guy's like, yes, finally I'm getting there. um it's been it's been heavy, but it's a cycle that's closing out, and it's very exciting seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, the shining palace with the god rays. um this it's like something, there's a goal to work towards, to move towards. You're on a mission. This is something that is it's very emotionally fulfilling and heartfelt. It's, you want to make some kind of offer to somebody. You want to show up wearing your heart on your sleeve and like being just really like he's got his cup with the god rays. It's like hang on a second. It's like you're thinking about moving in a direction and you want to show up with a gift that matches. It's like you don't want to show up empty-handed. You're like, okay, I'm going to show up with what is most meaningful to me so that I can gain entry into this place, this situation. Um but with the 5 of Pentacles, it's like you've experienced some loss, and so there could be um some feelings of, I mean, this can speak to self-sabotage where you're thinking about all the let's get a little bit more on this 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. Yeah, see, you're you're bumping up against your own fears of what you've experienced in the past, how difficult this journey has been. And there's this feeling of waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's like, you know, you're excited and you're showing up very hopeful, um, trying to be, very authentic. But you can't help but think about how you've been cheated in the past or lied to, or um, somehow there's been conflict that you have dealt with that could be kind of what's the word? It's like it's informing how you think about things. It's kind of being pessimistic and sitting a little bit in the kind of a victim mentality, kind of that poor me. The 5 of Pentacles particularly can really speak to that, of just like, oh, everything's been really hard and this always happens to me, and people are always this and this always happens, and and it's like, yeah, when you have had a bunch of difficult experiences, it makes sense that it's very common and easy to go into that kind of that way of thinking. However, what you really need to do is bring yourself back to your true north. Or better to say, allow these thoughts of what you've experienced and that kind of knee jerk reaction of fear of things happening the way they've happened before. Allow that to point you in the direction of the opposite. I'm afraid that I'm going to get taken advantage of. What's the opposite? I'm going to I'm going to meet people who are supportive and uplifting and generous. Um, and trustworthy. I'm afraid that I'm going to try something new and I'm going to lose all my money and become destitute. So what's the opposite? I'm I'm going to do something and it's going to be successful and I'm going to have more than enough to live and be happy. Just um yeah. Yeah. Okay, so onward. Let me go with what the situation is. What's the reality of this situation? We've got the 2 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Star. Star is Aquarius. Queen of Swords, um, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and that Knight of Cups, that's water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's definitely you. I think the Knight of Cups is Pisces. Anyway, um, you could have a lot on your plate. You could have a lot going on. It's a lot to manage. The 2 of Pentacles, trying to stay balanced as you juggle situations, juggle work and play. Could be dealing with somebody who you could feel like is juggling you and somebody else, or you and something else, because with that Queen of Swords, it's like there's a very strong boundary that's being put up. So maybe so this could have to do with you realizing how you're spread too thin, possibly, how you need to, in order to really get the most out of this new beginning, you need to set some clear boundaries. First of all, within yourself, get really clear about what it is that you want, what you're willing to put up with and not, and then setting those boundaries and saying no where you need to say no. If people rely on you for things, really figuring out your priorities. What are there things where you tend to say yes because that's what you do? um you Because especially being a water sign or having water in your chart, um there's more of a tendency to, like, kind of be a people pleaser, to want um to give, be more giving and allowing, and that can sometimes get taken advantage of. And so there's this energy of like, no, I'm not going to put up with either overextending myself or having somebody who's not able to show up for me in the way that I need. Like, whatever is going on, they've got too much going on. And it's like it's doing that in favor of whatever your dream or wish is, your wish fulfillment, whatever you're hoping for, this true north, this spark. You're saying no to something else in favor of of the dream. And I mean, that's one of your superpowers. And you've probably been potentially berated for it, but Pisces are so good at dreaming, visualizing and fantasizing and just like imagining all the yummy experiences and feelings and yeah. So, um how about we go with the Modern Witch Tarot? I want to look at what's hidden that you don't see. This can either be with somebody you're dealing with, or this can be in your own subconscious. What's hidden? The Hierophant, Taurus, the world. It occurred to me recently that the world is all the fixed signs. There's Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. So we have again. And the Page of Swords. If we're speaking about you and your subconscious, what's going on beneath the surface? There's a focus, there's a desire to maybe this new creative endeavor or this new beginning, whatever it is it's rooted in something that is could be spiritually based. Maybe you don't even realize that there's a connection. Maybe you're kind of you could be kind of tossing around the idea of talking to somebody who you consider to be wise, some kind of counselor, um, confidant, way shower, guide. Yeah. And it's ultimately because you recognize that it really is time to close out a cycle, because you had that 10 of wands, right? And with the world, it's like it's really d- deeply embodying the understand like the lessons that you've learned, really finally getting something. Ooh, we got some kitty confirmation. And it's in order to move to the next level. The world is that final, you've done it, it's success, um it's getting rewarded for your efforts. It's it's freedom to do something new. And this Page of Swords could be you doing some kind of research. The Page of Swords is known as the spy, spying on people, but it can also be just kind of what you're thinking about. And whoa, crazy. Yeah, more confirmation. um it's your thoughts, it's your words, it's what. Let me get some more on this Page of Swords. Page of Wands. Yeah, see, you want to move in this new direction. The Page of Wands is all about being excited for the adventure and like, okay, let's do this. It's that spark. The Page of Wands is this energy of just feeling super inspired and excited and ready to go for it. And there's this energy of kind of, the pages are the students, right? So you're kind of you're excited to do something, but you're also you're looking into it. You're figuring out the direction you want to go. You could be paying attention. You could be, maybe there's somebody who you were following, a mentor of some kind, and that is ending. That's closing out, and you're kind of forging a new path. Did talk about bushwhacking. It's like, all right, let's go on a new adventure. I got my sword. I'm gonna cut away anything that's in my way. Um, yeah. Yeah, that Hierophant feels like somebody that you're moving away from, who maybe you really look up to, or somebody who has a position of authority, is in a position of authority, and you're kind of like, okay, now it's time for me to make my way to becoming the Hierophant, be my own guide or way shower, or mentor, or find a new one that is more in alignment with this new direction that I'm going. Okay, so let's go with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. I want to know about the potential outcome. And I say potential because nothing is set in stone. We all have free will. We can change our trajectory at any moment, simply by changing our mind about how we're proceeding, how we're showing up. So, hey, JoJo's here. Good morning. We've got the Five of Cups, the King of Cups, the female king. I love this one so much. And we've got the Star again. So again, we have water signs and Aquarius. Um, when the sun is here too, you guys showed up right at the 11th hour. Um, so there's this sadness about letting something go, something or someone. There is loss, but not all is lost. There's a need for grief. You're going to be in a period of grieving, which is normal. It's okay. It's really good to just sit with the grief and process it as best you can. But it's like, while you're in this state of grief, you like, it's almost like you're finding a new mentor as something is ending. A mentor or guide, or somebody who is has a lot more compassion and love and support, more, potentially more emotionally balanced. This energy is a little bit more like matter of fact, and um there's not a lot of heart with the Hierophant. And it could be where, as you're kind of in that emotional, dealing with your emotions, basically, it's like you're being lifted up and helped through it. And this is a wish fulfillment to you. Now, it could also be where you are, through your own pain and grief that you're experiencing, it's teaching you about having compassion for others, and ultimately becoming the rock that other people need. This could be, as you move forward towards this new beginning, starting out as a page, very, very young and green. um, you gradually rise up to this king status. The kings are the stewards of learning how to be a safe haven for others because of whoever was there to help support you. Typically, or not typically, but that often happens where we're able to learn from our pain more than our happiness, certainly, and then use it. It's our mess to success. We can use it to help the people around us, help the world. And with the star, it's like, again, we have this wish fulfillment. You going in the direction that is actually doing the thing, being successful at the thing. And the star also is healing after the grief, and coming out the other side and realizing, oh, wow, I'm so glad I went through that, because I wouldn't be where I'm at now had I not gone through it. Let me finish with the chakra card. We've got crown chakra, integrity. I am aligned with my higher truth and am deeply and lovingly honest with myself. I listen to the truth in my heart and know what is right within me, aware that many truths can exist. I am ethical and integrous in my actions. I have integrity. Yeah. Listening to the truth of your heart and being lovingly honest with yourself, deeply and lovingly honest with yourself, which means you're not berating yourself, you're not getting down on yourself. You are being very gentle and kind, and that is the energy that uplifts, that helps in the healing process. You're learning what's right within you, and that's going to inform how you move along your path, which is with integrity. So that's beautiful. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.